What is a job coach? A job coach is a person who uses structured techniques to assist people with disabilities to learn and carry out job duties. Job coaches provide on-the-job training and support people in their chosen work environments to become independent employees and maintain competitive, integrated employment. A job coach uses multiple tools to facilitate and support natural resources that help a person learn tasks, become part of a work team, and maintain employment. Job coach responsibilities include assessing trainee knowledge and skills, organizing and planning training, developing a relationship with the trainee, teaching knowledge and skills, evaluating progress, supporting the employer, and suggesting changes needed to the program. Job coaches use existing training resources and natural support systems as much as possible. A great deal of planning, observing, coaching, facilitating, and negotiating is needed to ensure a supported employee is prepared for a job. An effective job coach incorporates these skills in a variety of roles during the job training process. Organizing information with the employee. Supporting people respectfully. Providing enough information for the employee to learn the job. Fostering employee independence. Ensuring the employee performance meets the employer's standards. There is always a need for a supported employee to be able to accomplish new things when starting a new job or task. Some new situations are better solved by the job coach simply arranging assistance from a coworker. Other situations can be approached by using accommodations or modifications. But some situations will require the supported employee to demonstrate new skills. It is important for the job coach to provide consultation and assistance and to view teaching as a partnership between the employee and the employer. The next interaction will help you assess your strengths and the areas you can work on to improve your success as a job coach. Read the task and indicate the number that reflects how difficult you think each task will be for you. Section 1. Read the task and indicate the number that reflects how difficult you think each task will be for you. Then click Next. The higher the score, the more prepared you are in each area. Section 1. Desire. Successful job coaches want to coach. They take pride in sharing what they know. Improving their teaching skills is important to them. A successful on-the-job training program will have job coaches teaching jobs in standardized ways with an emphasis on safety. Section 2. Responsiveness. Successful coaches engage trainees. Their listening and communication skills are key to conveying the right information. Questions can be used to direct the learning process. Successful job coaches understand that learning will increase when trainees are comfortable asking questions. Section 3. Enthusiasm. Successful job coaching takes energy. Job coaching sessions take time to prepare and commitment to conducting them. Job coaches who feel good about their jobs will pass on those feelings to the people they train. Section 4. Humor. Successful job coaches have a good sense of humor. Things do not always go according to plan. Everyone has learned something the hard way. Laughing about things that have gone wrong sends the important message that messing up while learning is okay. Section 5. Sincerity and honesty. Successful coaches are authentic. They truly care about the success of their trainees and treat them in a straightforward manner. Trainees will respect a job coach who admits when they don't know something and helps the trainee find the answer together. Section 6. Flexibility. Successful job coaches are adaptable. They know when to eliminate, adjust, or change what they are teaching to match the capabilities of the trainee or outside constraints. Section 7. Tolerance. Successful job coaches are open to the opinions of others. They recognize and accept differences in personalities. They are interested in what others have to say, even when they do not agree, and accept negative feedback as a tool for improvement. Section 8. Commitment. Successful job coaches improve over time. Training, practice, and honest reviews help job coaches develop and refine their skills. Formal certification programs provide a public statement of support from the company. Successful job coaches take their job coaching duties seriously. Establishing rapport and developing client relationships. Helping people to learn new, efficient ways of doing things is highly valued by most employers. The training advice the job coach provides will work for anyone who needs to learn a new task, not just people with disabilities. In addition, there are times when, due to the time or energy needed, direct training of the supported employee by the employment consultant, either on the job site or outside it, will need to occur. A job coach's role in training, therefore, should lead to independent performance, be effective for the person, and be compatible with the work environment. Establishing a relationship. Job coaching is a process that begins when you establish a relationship with a trainee. Remember the 3 C's that make up a coaching relationship: communication, collaboration, and commitment. Continue clicking Next to navigate through the 3 components. Communication. Communication allows the job coach and trainee to understand each other's perspectives. Collaboration. Collaboration occurs when the job coach and trainee work together as equals. Commitment. Commitment ensures that each person in the relationship fulfills their responsibilities. Next are some techniques that will help you establish communication, collaboration, and commitment. Continue clicking Next to navigate through the techniques. Listening. Focus on what the trainee is saying to understand their perspective. Observing. A trainee's body language may tell a lot about what they feel or understand. Asking questions. Ask questions to find out what is important to the trainee. Be careful to ask questions in a constructive way. Rephrasing. After a trainee makes a statement, It is sometimes useful to restate what you think the trainee meant. This clarifies the trainee's ideas or feelings and shows you are listening. Remember that developing a job coaching relationship is not the end goal. The relationship is just a vehicle for helping the trainee develop their skills. Establishing rapport and developing client relationships. Effective communication. The communication process. There is a sequence of steps needed for effective communication. If any step is missed or not completed, the process stops until that step is successfully completed. Step 1. Exchange information. Step 2. Ensure understanding. Step 3. Establish trust and belief. Step 4. Commitment to action. Listening skills. Good listeners do not interrupt or plan a response while another person is talking, are not judgmental, think before answering, face the speaker and maintain eye contact, watch nonverbal behavior and listen with their eyes as well as ears, and ask questions and wait for an answer. Asking good questions. Questions help spark conversation between the job coach and trainee. If asked appropriately, questions engage the learner's thinking and invites them to participate. There are two types of questions: open-ended and closed-ended. Closed-ended questions usually result in a straight yes or no answer. Begin with do, is, can, could, would, should, will, or shall. Example: do you know how to bring a vehicle under control if it starts to slide? Open-ended questions result in longer answers and create conversation. Help evaluate trainee understanding and establish strengths and concerns of the trainee. Begin with how, why, when, where, what, who, which, or if. Example: how do you bring a vehicle under control if it starts to slide? Avoid closed-ended questions as much as possible since they do not lead to interaction or enhance learning. Open-ended questions provide additional details, examples, and impressions and should be used most frequently. Giving feedback. Feedback goes hand in hand with successful job coaching. The purpose of feedback is to reinforce actions that are correct and to point out actions that need to be corrected through further practice. Effective job coaches give plenty of positive feedback, give negative feedback privately, accept criticism without becoming defensive. Tips for giving feedback. Continue clicking Next to advance through the tips. Provide feedback in terms of clearly stated goals, which is one of the components of effective job coaching. For example, you did a good job on the pre-operation inspection of your machine. You covered each step in the correct sequence. When should the sequence be modified? Be specific. Avoid general comments. Don't say, "We need to try that again." Instead, say something like, "Let's review step 2, remembering to turn the switch to neutral, and then you can try 1, 2, and 3 again." Focus on concrete behavior that needs to be either reinforced or corrected. For example, it is important to place your hand here in this position to keep your elbow out of the way when making a turn. Be descriptive rather than judgmental. Focus on actions rather than on personalities. For example, do not say, "You keep doing this wrong." Instead, say something like, "What problems could you have if you hold the throttle in while trying to shift gears?" Click Next to continue. Feedback techniques. Continue clicking Next to navigate through the 3 components. Praise. Let trainees know how well they are doing. Use sincere praise to create a more constructive atmosphere. Clarifying. Restate what you heard the trainee say. Listen for confirmation that what you are saying is correct. Accept that trainees will often let you know if you are right or wrong. Boomerang question. Redirect a question back to the learner. Example: that's a good question. What do you think ought to be done in that situation? The skillful use of questions is important in giving feedback. It provides an opportunity to listen and forces the trainee to think through what they are doing and why. A job coach should work with both the employer and supported employee to maximize on-the-job support that is or can become an accepted part of the workplace. By using existing resources of a setting for assistance, a coach can help a supported employee reduce social and physical isolation and avoid coworkers' misperceptions about people with disabilities. The first rule of this approach is to always start by using the typical trainers, tools, and ways of doing tasks within the work setting. Another part of this is understanding the role of workplace culture in employee acceptance. Over time, working relationships develop among workers as they interact. The shared social customs, norms, and expectations that develop among the workers in a work organization is known as the culture of the workplace.